if you're just getting started with your online business, or maybe you lost some steam, the question you have to ask yourself is, what do I do next?
Getting started is definitely overwhelming. When you've taken in so much information, it's hard to know what you should prioritize and what will make the biggest difference in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. What you need to do if you're getting started, or maybe you lost some steam along the way, are pretty much these three things, all right? We came up with three fundamental jumpstart strategies that you need to implement in your business. Now, they might seem basic, but understanding them and implementing them can really help you jumpstart your success. And by the way, just so you know, these three things we revisit in our business all the time. So they're gonna help you no matter how successful you are or how successful you wanna be.
Great, let's get into it. Where should I focus my energy?
The first thing is about doing research and learning from your competition, all right? So I want you to think of competition not as your enemy, but as your mentors. If they're successful, it means that they're doing something right. And your goal is to figure out what's working for them and how you can apply it to your own business. Now, this is not about copying and doing the exact same thing as your competitors, especially since what works for them might not necessarily work for you. All right, so I'd rather you focus on using it as research to understand what's working in your niche already. I want you to look at your competitors as mentors. I want you to look at their marketing. I want you to look at their content, their design. And you can do that by going into the ClickBank marketplace, finding the top products, looking at their sales pages, looking at all the psychological aspects on them, watching their sales videos, purchasing their product to check out what their members area looks like and the kind of content they have. And also, I always do this, is I take notes of any advertisements I come across. So in your niche, you might be on social media and you see an ad on Instagram or Facebook, or you can go on right now to yahoo.com and see advertisements that are displayed on the sidebar. And chances are that if those ads are being displayed, and if they're being displayed really often, it means that those ads are making a lot of money for those advertisers. So it's a great place to see what's working. It's basically a free case study for you. And if you're an affiliate, make sure to opt into newsletters of the gurus in your niche. See what kind of emails they're sending. What do their subject lines look like? What kind of calls to action do they have in their email? What kind of content are they giving away to their email list? So always make the notes on the biggest takeaways you get, the patterns that you see, and then apply them in your own business.
I can see this not only being great legwork in the starting stages, but I think this is something I can constantly come back to no matter what step I'm in my business to keep myself in the know. Learning from the competition allows you to see what's working. It can help you stay on top of being competitive with leaders in the niche, and it'll allow me to see what I can offer that's different, that'll help me stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. And this actually brings us to the second way to jumpstart your business. Now, this second item is probably, maybe it's the most important one, all right? And it's taking action to implement what you learn as quick as you possibly can, all right? So while learning is a big component to being successful, obviously nothing's gonna happen if you don't take action, if you don't implement, if you don't execute. And the trick to taking action is to do it immediately after you had a vision, an idea of what to do. All right, so one of the first business books I ever read, it was like in high school, and the author interviewed titans of business who were leaders in their respective industries. And at the end of the book, the author said, you know, out of all these things that I learned one thing. And that one thing, that similarity between all the millionaires and billionaires he interviewed, was that these ultra successful people, when they learn something that could possibly benefit them, they take action with that thing immediately afterwards, like instantly, all right? And you want to do that same thing in the shortest period of time from learning to taking action that you can. Don't push it off for later in the day. Don't do it tomorrow or the day after that. Do it right now. And another thing to keep in mind is my 25% rule. So only 25% of your working time should be spent on learning. And the rest, well, it should be actually spent on doing and taking action. So think of it this way. For every 1 hour of learning, you should be doing 3 hours of doing.
Definitely. I can see how learning all of the time can actually be counter-progressive. You feel accomplished because you walked away with all of this knowledge and a sense of moving forward and advancing to the next thing, but it's really the application that counts. And in general, we all tend to absorb and contemplate way more than we practice and we produce.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And the place where I see most people fail, though, and this brings us to the third thing, is that they don't stay consistent in the long run. And the best way to make sure you stay on track is this third aspect, which is setting up a dedicated time and a dedicated space to accomplishing your goals. So the third way to jumpstart your business is making sure you have those two things, the time and the space that sets you up to be productive. And somewhere and at some time, that way you have the necessary fuel to be successful in the long run. We already hit on the importance of dedicating time, right? And we called that your power hours in your day. So let's talk a little bit more about having a dedicated space, right? An environment where you work. As a starting entrepreneur, chances are that you're working from home, and that's great, right? That was probably the vision, the dream when you first got started. Just make sure, though, that you have a defined space you use only for work, all right? So this should not be on your couch where you can easily get distracted and turn on the TV. This should not be on your bed where you sleep on it. And the goal is to have a space that's void of distractions, all right? A dedicated corner that allows you to make the mental switch from being at home and chilling and relaxing to working and being productive and getting things done. And here's the other thing. You have to be honest with yourself. Maybe home is not the right place for you in any way, right? It's not helpful for you getting things done. There's just too many distractions. Sometimes you're the most productive when you get out of your personal space and you can create that mental divide. So corporations call this kind of space an office, right? And like me, you might be cringing at the thought of going back to an office. And this is not what you were thinking when you first set your mind to being an entrepreneur, right? Maybe instead of an office, though. Or you could be at a coffee shop like this one, and for me, they're a little bit loud, a little bit cold, and after one cup of coffee, I'm jittery anyway, so they're not the best place for me personally. Maybe they're good for you, but there are places specifically for people that are entrepreneurs looking for a productive and engaging space. All right, we are in a WeWork office, and we're right off of Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. And this is a place where you can go out, focus on your business, get work done in a fun, productive environment. You can take breaks and go play ping pong over there, or tons of cool little activities that keep you engaged and just make working more fun. Also, you're around entrepreneurs all the time, and so you're rubbing shoulders with like-minded people and kind of building a community that's going to keep you engaged and keeping you wanting to come in and work on your business. And before you think, wait, I'm just getting started and this is probably not for me because it's probably really expensive, it looks cool, it's a great environment. Well, we actually have a discount for you, so don't worry too much about that. The link to that discount is below there. That's our affiliate link, by the way. We partnered with WeWork to get you an awesome discount.
Is there one near me? Where can I sign up?
So that's one of the really cool things about this company. There's a few different companies, but WeWork's really cool because there's locations all over the world. There's over 200, so there's a good chance that there's one near you that you're gonna like the environment. It's gonna be easy for you to get to, and it's gonna help you build your business. So remember that building out a good foundation of where you're working and the time that you're working is important to make sure that you stay motivated. So whether you're at home and you find a great place there, or you like your local coffee shop, or you come to WeWork and you just bring your laptop like this and you come and work here, it's really important that you have this space where you're focused and engaged and motivated. So let's go over those three things really quick to jumpstart your success, whether you're stuck or whether you're just getting started. Number one is thinking about your competitors as mentors, because that's really what they are, right? Don't think of them as enemies that you want to stay clear of. Think about them as mentors that you can learn from, and you're going to be able to apply the same things that have made them successful to your own business. The second thing is to take action immediately after you learn something. Whatever you see as beneficial to your business, and really this goes for life, all right? Whenever something seems beneficial, you have an idea, you have a vision, go ahead and turn that idea into a reality and execute and take action on it. And that third thing is to make sure you have a time and space that is conducive to keeping you motivated, to keeping you excited about your business, because that's what's going to be key for you to have long-term success. So those are the 3 things. Take action with them, make them happen. As always, give us a like if you like this video. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll talk to you in the next video. See you later.